If you're in need of Mora, which is the main character in the game, then you can farm them easily by dispatching your characters on expeditions.
Mora can be a constant struggle in the game, especially if you're building your characters, weapons, artifacts, etc. While other premium currencies like Primogems or Intertwined Fates are the most important ones for limited banners, you'll still need Mora regardless. So I'm going to show you ways to farm Mora so that you won't worry about losing a dime of it. Without wasting your time, in order to make this video as easily digestible as possible, I'll split this into 3 parts. The first are regular activities, the second is minimal effort, and the third are other methods. The first regular activity would be daily commissions. This is no-brainer as doing all of your daily commissions can give you a good chunk of Mora upon completion. In addition, you can get extra Mora through daily commission rewards and also adventure rank rewards. So make sure you make this as your priority. The second regular activity would be world exploration. Exploring the world and opening chests is a great way to find Mora alongside other resources. Using the Genshin interactive map is a great way for efficient chest farming routes and another way of expanding your Mora. The third regular activity are weekly bounties, requests, or Sparrow Abyss. Similar to commissions, these offer Mora as a reward as well. Let's take Sparrow Abyss for example, as I find weekly bounties and requests to be a bit easier for farming Mora. Sparrow Abyss, specifically the levels of them, can give you really good rewards, especially Mora. However, as you progress each level, it gets harder and harder due to the fact that you'll be encountering opponents that are level 70 to mostly level 90. This means you will need good characters with good sets, specifically artifacts, weapons, and talents, in order to not only beat those opponents, but to get as much Mora as possible. So leveling up whatever characters you're using for the Sparrow Abyss domains is also important, and you should consider this as a priority. The last regular activity is something that is not recommended by most players for a good reason, but it is something you should consider, and that is Blossoms of Wealth. If your adventure rank is high enough, using your original resin on leyline outcrops, specifically focused on Mora, which is Blossoms of Wealth, can give you a quick Mora boost. But the reason why most players don't recommend that you farm such leyline outcrops is because you can use your resin to efficiently farm other items that you do need. For example, you might need materials from other bosses, you may need artifacts, and you may even need talents for that. Not to mention that you do get some Mora if you farm such domains. Basically, it's about quantity over quality. The number of materials you get is far more important than just farming Mora. However, if you're in desperate need of Mora, then farming these leyline outcrops, in my opinion, is not a bad idea. And besides, it's your game and you decide how you want to play it. Now, this part would be the minimal effort. So I'm going to show you ways to farm Mora without even putting a lot of effort. The obvious one here are daily loggings. These ones will give you some Mora. So constant logging in every day can give you some Mora boost. The second are redeem codes. These redeem codes pretty much offer Mora rewards. You can find these on social media, or friend communities, or even the community itself in general. As for the last minimal effort, I'll get into it just a sec. But for now, let's go into other methods. Other methods are exchange sigils and stardust. This allows you to exchange sigils earned from your original reputation and stardust from wishes for Mora in their respective shops. And the last one is realm currency. If you have leftover realm currency which is earned in your Serenity pot, you can exchange it with Tabi for Mora. Okay, so the last minimal effort, which is in my opinion probably the best ways of earning Mora passively, are expeditions. While it's not the highest earner of Mora, since you can send only a maximum of 6 characters on expeditions, it is one of the best ways of farming Mora passively. You might have noticed that I mentioned this kind of farming in the first few seconds of the video. So why? Let's do some basic math here. So we can send 5 characters on expeditions for Mora, which is 5,000. Since the maximum number of characters we can send is only 5, we can get a total of 25,000 Mora if we multiply the number of characters sent by each Mora we can get. Now, long term, we would need to farm passively every single day, which means 25,000 multiplied by 7. That is, if you're not using your Mora yet for ascending weapons, characters and all that, we would get about 175,000 Mora. Now, this may not sound a lot compared to something like the Abyss Domains or exchanging sigils, which can give you way more Mora. This is still a long-term farming method I really enjoy doing. In fact, the highest amount of Mora I got by using this method was around 5 million Mora, with other ways of farming Mora of course, like commissions, story quests, Archon quests and whatnot. So with this, I don't even have to worry about losing Mora. Even when things are getting a bit more costly, for example, if you want to ascend your characters to level 80 or 90, I can expect to lose 100,000 of Mora, which means I'll probably have 100,000 of Mora left. So as long as I farm Mora, there's no need to worry. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.